I guess we're live and recording. So this is exciting. Hey guys, we are excited to be here today talking about seasonal threats. And for those of you that know what we're talking about, or not quite sure what we're talking about, we're going to cover that a little bit more as we go. But we do need to make some disclosures and disclaimers as we're doing that. So, by ways of introduction, I'm Jared Jarvis. I'm here today with Rone Brummet and Leanne Mason. I love getting to teach with you guys. It's so much fun. So, who wants to give our disclaimers so that we can get that started?
I will give our disclaimer. We are not doctors. We cannot diagnose or treat. We are educators and we are here to share information, share where to find information, and help you to understand how to safely and effectively use natural solutions.
I love that. Now, we wanted to talk about seasonal threats because I don't know about you guys, but everything this week is in full bloom around us. And the weather has changed from more chilly weather to nicer weather. So we opened up all the windows in our house. And after about 2 hours of sitting at my desk as the lovely breeze was coming in, I started sneezing like crazy. So maybe that gives you a little idea of what we're talking
Maybe,
about.
maybe some itchy, watery eyes, your nose kind of running. I've been outside. You see, I've got my Farmer Nene overalls on. I've been tapping our maple trees, and we have had unseasonably warm weather. It's going to be almost 70 degrees today. So I've been outside um, a lot of raking, and I've been handing out Tri-Ease like it's candy at my house. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Um, so Leanne, take it away again.
Okay, so she talked about Tri-Ease. Tri-Ease is a soft gel made with peppermint, lavender, and lime.
Lemon.
Perfect combination. Oh, lemon. I said lime. You know what threw me off? As I know that the green, my brain automatically goes to lime with that color, right? So that is perfect. Two, and when it gets really bad, I take it twice a day. Two of the soft gels twice a day. Then, Ronay, I want you to talk about adding Terrazyme and the reason for that.
Terrazyme is amazing. As we talk about, like, our bodies are meant to heal itself, right? So when we talk about essential oils, when we talk about supplements, we're talking about feeding our body nutritionally. When our body's nutritionally fed, it heals itself. Cool thing about Tri-Ease, your body only produces 10 of the 21 enzymes you need to digest food properly. The rest we're supposed to get from our food, but shocker, most of the processed food, even unprocessed food, it's just no longer enzyme rich because of farming processes and methods that are used nowadays that weren't used a long time ago. So our bodies aren't able to digest properly anymore because it just doesn't have the right enzyme. So you need to bring it enzyme in, and our Terrazyme is an amazing enzyme that helps you to digest food properly. When that happens after it's already gone through and digested things, the enzymes get a little bored, guys. They get a little bored. And what they start to do is they start to work in your body, cleaning off cell receptors and helping your body to process things that are seasonal threats. Compliant? I think so.
Awesome.
If you have questions
Awesome.
about what I just said, if it's confusing at all, message me and we'll have some real talk.
Exactly. Okay, so the next thing, which most people do not think about for seasonal threats, is
Digest Zen.
digestion.
So good.
So, one of the things when these seasonal threats happen is we often get the runny or packed respiratory system. A little bit of digestion in your belly button and even around your sinuses. Now, do not get it too close to your eyes because you will have watery eyes. So I always say right around the outside edges of the eye sockets. You also have sinuses all throughout your head. So anywhere in that helps support the body in breaking that gunk up.
Mucus. We can say mucus.
We can say mucus? Okay, perfect. Trying to stay compliant, trying to help out here. Now, the one that actually surprised me was not one I was using for my seasonal threats. So, Ronay and Jared, I asked each of you to come with a bottle of rosemary. So, take out your rosemary, and I want you to open it up and take a good whiff. What happens?
Oh, that's clearing my sinuses. I didn't expect that.
Exactly. I have been using rosemary recently as part of my castor oil packs because it helps with lymphatic drain. And I accidentally dropped a little bit on the side of my hand and rubbed across my nose. And immediately my airways opened up. Now, normally when I'm thinking of oils for that, Breathe is my go-to. But I thought, oh my gosh, that rosemary just quickly opened up those nasal passages. And I actually stopped sneezing, which was an interesting occurrence.
I love how oils can be used in all different ways. Now, I was just at leadership 2 weeks ago, and I remember they said something about rosemary. So when you said to grab rosemary, I was like, okay. And then I went and grabbed my notebooks. Now, they were talking about hormones. And a fun thing, rosemary is used as a helper for drive. So,
Awesome.
if you need a little more hormonal drive in your life, rosemary can be used for that. Now, where and how to use that, I would assume the bottom of your feet, because this would be not an oil I would want in any sensitive areas.
I don't think so either.
A lot of oils are not meant for eyes, nose, or sensitive bits.
Exactly. Castor oil pack works great. This is not necessarily a hot oil, but there is a little bit of a warm, and it seems like when you're breathing it in, a little bit of a menthol reaction there, right? So I wanted to come to the properties, and that's found in the Essential Life book. The properties are that it's an analgesic, a stimulant, a neurotoxic,
toxin, not toxic.
Toxin. Sorry, so sorry, I said it wrong. And it is sorry, all of a sudden my brain took a hiatus. Its top uses are for, which is funny, maybe I need to pull it out a little bit more. Mental, adrenal, and chronic fatigue, respiratory support, focus. And I can totally see that now as I've breathed it in, right? Low blood pressure, for hair loss or oily, flaky hair.
I knew that about hair.
Tired, weak, or sore muscles. Parasites, malaria, jaundice, liver and kidneys. Nervous system, so low dopamine, addiction, depression. Cellulite, lymphatic drain. Chemical toxicity or exposure. Bell's palsy, multiple sclerosis, paralysis, cancer, hepatitis, diabetes, and emotional support. All things listed here in the Essential Life book. Sometimes we just need to take out our books and learn a little bit more about the oils that we already have in our home and the various uses for them. So Jared and Ronay, any other, go to the emotions part. That's probably awesome.
So, rosemary is the oil of knowledge and transition. It assists in development of true knowledge and true intellect. It teaches one that one can be instructed from far greater space of understanding than the human mind. It challenges individuals to look deeper than they normally would and ask more soul-searching questions so they may receive more inspired answers. It goes on, but let me tell you, the positive properties. It helps with mental clarity, knowledgeable, teachable, enlightened, open to new experiences, being open-minded, and able to adjust. So,
So I love that.
Okay.
So, Jared, what are some things? I know that you live in a completely different climate than I do, and Renee is in a more humid climate than me. Are there any protocols or things you use differently or things you go to?
Well, there are definitely some differences. Just climate being different and being what it is. I'm here in Arizona, and so concerns about staying hydrated is always a big thing. And guys, I can't even understate this enough or overstate this enough because the reality is most Americans and most people tend to be dehydrated year round, not even just when it's hot, not even just when it's dry. There is, I mean, just people are experiencing dehydration, and a lot of that goes back to the amount of sodas that they're drinking, the other things that they're consuming, which are not necessarily hydrating. You
I
know,
I was going to mention hydration as well. Even though I'm in a very humid climate, we actually, because we sweat way more, um, and people, because it's so humid, a lot of times people don't think about drinking enough water and hydrating. So I really love, and I've already had one today, I put it in here because I've been outside working and I was like, I want to make sure that I stay up on my hydration. But I love doTERRA's hydration and electrolyte packs in the water. My husband this morning, he woke up and he was like, I just feel kind of drained and all this stuff. And I was like, sweetheart, you were outside all day yesterday. Didn't even think about it. You're probably dehydrated. So I did the VMG, which is our vitamins, minerals, and greens with the hydration pack and one of the probiotics together. And he feels so much better. I'm like, yeah.
makes a big difference. So
Yeah.
right now here in Arizona, our Palo Verdes are in full bloom, and it's a beautiful. I mean, from a distance, you don't want to get too close to them. From a distance, they're these beautiful yellow blossoms, and then you get up close to them, and you realize that they hate you, and that you hate them, and so I mean, just this yellow pollen just gets everywhere, and so we feel this and it gets into our homes, it gets into our cars. You trail it all around with you. I mean, you see people walking and there's literally a little pathway of yellow dust that follows people around. So I am loving actually this rosemary right now. And thank you, Leanne, for bringing this one up today because I'm paying attention to where I'm feeling the effects of this rosemary. And right now, I'm feeling it right here on like the back of my head. That lobe, that bump that's there. That's where I'm noticing it physically at this moment for me. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna go put this in a diffuser and start diffusing this because I can definitely see this together with my breathe is going to give me that boost that I need today to be able to help me with that respiratory support. And whether we're looking at being hydrated because we need, it's so dry, or because it's overly humid and we're sweating it all out and needing those electrolytes, it's important to realize that our bodies respond differently to different chemical stimuli when we're dehydrated. So when we're looking at, using something and making sure you're going to get the best effectiveness out of using it, making sure that you're hydrated is definitely going to give you that plus one. It's going to step that up and make that so that it's a better experience for you.
That's awesome. And it's the perfect segue into the other natural solution, which is using saline, getting a saline mister, running humidifiers and diffusers, because when seasonal threats happen, our nasal passages also get dehydrated. And from an ENT, um, one of my daughters has a lot of different allergies. And he said the best thing is doing a nutty pot or a sinus rinse twice a day, morning and night, to help rinse out our sinuses from those pollens and the things that we're breathing in. She's allergic to dust and dirt, and we're that's always in the air, right? And so that's the thing we can do also, is just having saline to support flushing our bodies and giving that extra moisture as well. So there's lots of things that you probably already have in your home that can support you. And then I love having the doTERRA products to add that additional support versus over the counter. So we have decided to change up our format. We have decided to bring you um, different topics, and we are going to do classes personally. So if you want to host a class, we will show up. You bring the people to your home, you bring the people to your Zoom. Where we're going to do our teaching for right now is Wednesday Wellness, so that more people can watch it at their convenience. So, Jared or Rone, any final thoughts?
We're just excited for doing more personal classes for people. So we're really excited about this. Please reach out to us. We would love to really connect deeply and help you with your natural solutions. Jared?
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm all about feeling the abundance. And for me today, abundance is in my drinking water, and I've got my wild orange. And I don't know what you two are using in your drinking water today, but that's definitely what I'm doing. I love that I can put it into my house, and I'm all about being happy, being feeling that abundance. We're excited to be bringing you guys some more personalized classes, and being able to do them a little bit more that way will make that easier. And so whether it's, all three of us, whether it's one or two of us, whatever format you're looking for being able to teach some of your people, we're excited to be able to connect with you.
Have a great day.